At this point, you want everyone to believe in your part of the story. You want everyone to side with you, to agree with your decision. You want them to feel what you felt. Can I surprise you? Not everyone is actually going to be part of your story. Not everyone will side with you. In fact, sometimes your very fellow women will call you stupid, foolish. They don't understand you. And I met such. At that point, you think you will reason in the same way. And they told me, you're so stupid. How could you leave a home? If it were me, I'll just get another relationship as well, so that everyone can do their thing and we do my thing and we continue with life. Because our morals, our values are different. Some will call you foolish. Some will think something is really wrong with you. Really? Infidelity? Then quitting marriage for infidelity? Yeah. That's quite weird. That's not an enough reason. Yes. Because they do not understand the emotional toll that it took for you to get to that point. They don't understand the self-esteem that was crushed every day because of that. They don't understand how much it destroyed the inner beautiful you. They will not understand. So how did I rebuild my self-confidence? For me, I was coming from an environment whereby I had a very high esteem for myself. But marriage broke me. It crushed me. I can't tell you how I tried to work on it, and somebody would tell me, I don't love you because you're too big. And there are days I would wake up at 4 a.m., go to the gym for 1 hour, come back home, prepare my kids who are under 5. They're picked to school and still go to work. Trying to work on it. Trying to make it work, because in my mind, it was meant to stay. It was meant for better and for worse. And before you realize it, that was no longer the truth. Because sometimes you be the one for better, for worse, while the other person, it really doesn't matter. Whatever the hell it goes, it's not their business. And I had to recover my self-esteem. And some of the things I did is that this time round, I went back to the gym for me. Not really to lose weight, but to get my head back. The gym really helps you to recover your mind. Sometimes people think going to the gym is just for workout, lose weight. No. The gym is such a refreshing environment. That moment whereby your mind, your body, all your physical energy is put into one place. And all you think is the lifting of those weights or the jumping on that rope. And that heals your mind, relieves your mind. It unclogs those things that are clogging your mind with negativity, clogging your mind with bitterness, clogging your mind with the past. The gym is a safe hub. The next thing I did, I learned how to swim in 1 month. Wow. And you wonder how? Yes. Because I had lived for 7 years in this marriage, and one of the things I always yearned was to learn how to swim. And every time I wished to do it, it never happened. You know what people don't understand is that when you're in an environment that is not loving, that is not beautiful or good, it does not inspire growth. Most of the time, it actually kills who you are. It prevents you from becoming. And at that point, I took all my energy into swimming, and I learned how to swim. And as I was learning to swim, I discovered swimming is also a very good exercise to clear off your mind. By the time you get out of that swimming pool and come home, take your coffee, you sleep like a baby. You forget all your worries, you forget all your past, and pursue your next goal. Another thing I will advise you, protect your peace. At this point, you've already made a decision to move on. Avoid people who remind you of those people. Avoid people who tell you about their whereabouts. How does that have to do with you? You've already left. So whatever they are doing out there doesn't matter. If they've moved on, well and good. Is it your business? No. It's not your business. Your business is now to focus on your life. So you don't care whether they've moved on or they have not moved on. That is their own story. So I did myself a favor to block people who tell me about their whereabouts, who remind me of the next move they are doing. I don't need that story. It's in my past. I want to focus. I want to build my future. And that's exactly what I would advise you. Protect your peace. If you're co-parenting, concentrate on just children-only conversations. And that will help you to heal and move on. The next thing you must remember is that you now have the freedom to become you. Yeah, like I said earlier, in the wrong environment, you can never grow. You can never thrive. You can never be you. By this time, you're now able to become what you wanted to be. You can do you. Pursue that goal. Pursue that vision. Pursue that passion. And I started hiking. I started traveling. I traveled to places I begged to be taken. I traveled to a honeymoon destination I really wanted to be in. And it never happened for 7 years. I took myself there. I took my children there. As in, I just did me. Pursuing that great goal that you really desired for yourself. It is such a fulfilling thing. And it heals you and helps you to move on in life with a lot of belief and confidence in yourself. The next thing I did was to train myself new things. At this time, well, sometimes you have some more extra time. And the extra time is, as children grow up, more time comes in. They're no longer waiting for you to do everything for them. And so you have your own free time. And in my free time, I trained myself new things, fun things, skating, swimming, just doing those little things that you love to do. Things that you admired to know how they are done and you just do them. Because at the end of the day, it's your happiness that matters. It's your fulfillment that matters. It's who you become that matters. The next thing that you must remind yourself is to train yourself to do life alone. I know that's hard. You had been in that environment whereby you had a partner. And most of the time, maybe even before you do something, you ask for some advice. Before you try out something, you're always asking for, should we do this? Should I do that? And you know, that hit me too. Because in the beginning, you're like now wondering, who do I ask for that advice? Or who do I just share my idea with? And sometimes you will share your ideas with the wrong people. And therefore you have to learn to Google it for yourself, or learn to reason it out by yourself. You have also to learn to believe in what you're doing, to believe in the steps that you want to take. You have to learn to take them to God and just tell God, let me find your direction. Show me the way. Because at this point, you're all alone. You must get to a point whereby you love your alone moments. Just going out there, ordering for coffee, drinking it, and going home. Going out there for a dinner date alone, loving it, and coming back home. And I had to learn that the hard way. Because I was in that environment where I felt all these small little things should be done with someone. Someone that loves you should take you out for dinner. Someone that loves you should take you out for a coffee date, which never happened. So at this point, you have to learn to do it alone and confidently. Lastly, I want to remind you that your mind is your greatest asset. And you have to have the right positive thoughts towards yourself. You have to think positively about yourself. Love yourself. Believe in your dreams. They're still valid. They're still doable. They're still reachable. But the person that will make them reality is you. So you have to build a strong, positive mindset to pursue your goals, to pursue your vision, to show up for you and for your children, to fulfill all those dreams you believed for them. And also to remind yourself that in all things, you cannot do it alone. You need God. I always tell myself, God, you're my hiding place. I want to hide under the shadow of your wings, because there I am safe. Like I said in the previous episode, you will meet people that are wanting to distract your vision, distract your goals, distract everything that you could be. Be careful of distractors. Stay in God. Build in Him. He is a place that you can trust. So if this episode has spoken to your heart, let me know in the comment section. What did you do in order to move on? This is Life Notes with Peris, reminding you to keep believing in yourself.